Didn't get it. Probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Throwing again is Darnold. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's Darnold. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Breida. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
21.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. sack number 14 for him on the year. And the kick by Butker is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Watch the slant.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Two minutes to play here in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Mario Edwards. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll go with a keeper, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo in the final seconds of the first half, and the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. They run with Breida. And he stopped immediately there. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
21.
And the blitz does come. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
throw is Darnold. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got room. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Butker now to kick this one away. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo looks to throw. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Garoppolo again. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! 56, check, 56. All right. Let's go, D, let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Watch the edge. Gun.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch 88.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reuben Foster coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. 56 right there. 56. Ready?
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the 49ers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Hey. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And now running right through it. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down. Check, 55.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Four down. Check, 4 down.
Now a handoff looking right. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Even. 4 down. Even.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They start on the ground with Adams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now off the bootleg, Darnold buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last throw now for Darnold. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for San Francisco, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.